Rek'Sai wants to get up in the Sejuani's face, because Akali early lane phase can be quite fragile. You know, she needs a couple of levels before she feels really free kind of fighting back.
And this is what we saw. I mean, we've seen this matchup already in this series. We're actually getting the inverse matchup now with Meliodas on the Sejuani, which is, you know, traditionally kind of the slower, more controlled jungler that isn't interested in getting particularly aggressive versus someone like Rek'Sai. So I'm curious to see if Meliodas does actually play a bit more conservative, or is just going to be like, you know what? My lane is going to be there for me. I'm going in.
For me, it's all about how Meliodas plays around the information that his laners are able to acquire for him, and just, it feels like he's always making the right decisions, especially for this series. So I'm all aboard something like a Sejuani that has the option, can go for the skirmish because of her potential burst damage early on, or maybe just wants to path around, scout out for his laners, and see in the team fights.
And I think that's a great thing to highlight, because we look at these early games going so well for Phong Vu in this series, and you think, man, they're just pretty good players. And that's true, they are strong players. But I think so much of why Phong Vu Buffalo have been good at early game this tournament is because of Meliodas and his pressure and the information that he gives the team. Because it's one thing to just outplay your opponent and hope it works. It's another. Don't know if Meliodas knows this has happened here. Now I'm just going to sneak over. Level advantage, pops over. Santa's also roaming around, so does seem like Vega happy to fight here. Tongue Lash lands for the slow. Flash and knock up there from a Nanasik. Meliodas flashes, but still getting bitten down. The tongue is good, and that's first blood to Vega.
And just a complete misread there from Meliodas. Big Koro and Pallet were not rotating over.
For a potential gank there, as No Man's the one to watch here alongside the jungler. Null going to be the target. No flash there. Shockwave is going to land. The knock-up follows, and a beautiful dive there from Vega.
Very well tower aggro juggled right there. The fact that they traded it off, it's just a attempt at gank again on No Man's. But I was actually looking at this, you know, who does Meliodas actually pick to try to gank with the Sejuani ultimate? When you're against a Tahm Kench, I'll hold it.
Gadget flashes, Pallet follows, and that's going to be the first kill over to Phong Vu.
Force him to guess. Don't.
No Man's though actually in the sideline right now versus Big Koro. Zeros apparently decided that he wants to fight again. Oh, he has his jungler, of course. Although that's Tahm Kench.
He's got more than a jungler.
Zeros in. Ooh, gets knocked up. The arrow is going to miss him. But there's Santa going in. Pallet roams in as well with his ulti. Flash not committed. Noldo commits for the flash route, but it's still 4v4. Vega walking back towards their turret now. Maybe they can turn tail and try and get the fight turned around for themselves. Pallet locked up in the chains is going to get caught up and killed.
They've overextended, and Orianna is running behind them.
Yep, no, Realm Warp not going to work. That's Gadget grabbing their next kill. And here's No Man's going to cut them off with the Shockwave. Oh, it looks so good. Finds the Shockwave, gets one and a flash. Meliodas fail flash. And that's going to give the kill over to Rek'Sai. Vega are really coming alive.
Hope is a disengage from the initial attempt here was what really punished them. So it felt like who was going to win in this 1v1? Boss and Zeros have been going at it all game long, but Tahm Kench actually just means so much.
I was going to say, we talked about the power of Galio and his globals as Noel jumps in here. And this is kind of what spelled disaster here for PVB, because now you cannot run.
Yeah, good positioning by Gadget as well. I like the fact that he doesn't immediately commit. He's just there to, again, provide that utility and help his team walk them down. But it's Boss and Santas that were kind of leading the charge.
Yeah, Boss's confidence on Aatrox also showing. He got two very nice knockups there to basically get those 2 kills. And then Meliodas, slight mechanical error. Probably would have died anyway, but you can see the fans not happy.
I like to point out that guy in the middle space.
Well,
that was
kill, so Santa's dead's nice. Gadget though will live. Finally PVB.
Okay.
Again, you have to play with so much more respect when there's a global that can make it happen. Ulti finds Meliodas there. Arrow is good, and that's a kill for a Nanasik.
And it's just that easy. Throwing the arrow from Fog of War, you can see all of the vision control that Vega Squadron have gotten. They've basically had priority over this mid lane since minute 1 in this game, especially with the early transfer of that blue buff, and it hasn't let up. And now that's a Mountain, double Infernal, and such easy Baron access.
Oh, No Man's running interference. Really nice there again. Orianna so good in these choke points leading up to Baron. Null is here. Vega actually are going to commit that. Zeros keeping straight into the pit. Gets out, has to use charge 1 of the ulti already, though Baron is low. I don't think they can get it. That will be over to Vega. Smite is good. Zeros forced to get out. Boss is a little low, but he still has his ulti. So Zeros is going to get chased down. He's slowed. He flashes into Nanasik. Unstoppable just gets an easy kill.
Everyone is flashing into a wall from PvP. These are mechanical missteps left, right, and center here. And here comes Vega.
Knock up into the Shockwave. That's a kill for Gadget. And they're not going to get off the map. Maybe they thought reset after that one kill on the Baron, but with another one now, just go straight for the objective.
And that's two key members there, especially the Ryze, who's your primary source of wave clear, that are dead and down. You have the wave and the Baron behind them. I'm curious how confident Vega are going to feel in this push. Maybe they push for an inhib.
If you turn the names off, I assume that Vega are actually Phong Vu Buffalo, given how the series has played out. They're basically doing exactly what has been done to them in these first 2 games, just making it look almost effortless.
And it feels like Vega Squadron finally found the blueprint. It wasn't about playing
Double knock up there as well. Clearly knows his way around this champion. Zeros getting low, he's poked off. That's actually an ulti in from Rek'Sai. It's an assassination! Rek'Sai just leaps in there. And PVB forced back to their nexus. Boss pops the ulti, walks up. Sanders in the belly of the Tom Kent stays safe, and this is going to be carnage here, I have to think so. Boss pops the world ender, still trying to dive under the turret. Vega trying to give them a taste of their own medicine straight into the base and back to the turrets.
Yep, but now they have a waiting creep wave for them as well as a cannon. They can continue this siege, and PVB are just trying to mount the defense right now, stop the bleeding.
Zeros down, 20 seconds up. Inhib going to go over, tower falls in mid. No Man's just putting in work. They're going to try a realm walk here, but Vega walked out. Gadget very respectfully flashes.
They haven't gotten an inhib yet. Vega Squadron still need to complete the mission that they were sent here to do.
There's one in mid, and bottom lane should be finished off by a Nanosic.
There they go.
With the help of the Baron up minions, so maybe stay a little while. Zeros is back up. PVB might try and find something here.
They have no Sejuani ultimate, so I like this window that Vega are abusing.
Yeah, they're trying to end the game. Gadget takes the first Nexus turret down. This is a deja vu from the last game. We saw Meliodas gonna get picked up by Nomads. What a snipe by the Orianna. And it feels like it's gonna be all she wrote for this game. I mean, PVB have to go soon. And even if they win the fight, it's only gonna potentially delay the inevitable. Vega are moving in for the kill. They'll find Null, they'll knock him up, they'll force a flash out of the way. Again, the Rek'Sai comes back up. They blow the Nexus open and exposed, and Gadget is just gonna put the last few arrows into their structure as Vega finally find themselves on the scoreboard.
And we finally have a series here. Vega Squadron, it took a couple of goes. They were trying to